Hi, today we're going to talk about pencils. Have you ever bought a whole kit of drawing pencils and really HB, H, 2H, 3H, B, 2B? Why isn't there a 1B? That's just stupid. Anyways, 3B, 4B, 5B, and F? What the heck is F? Anyways, you get the kit and they say, oh, you have to buy all these pencils. But in reality, no, you don't. Unless you're going to be a design student, an architectural student, a drafting student, and you're going to spend, well, I don't know, $300,000 going to design school, you don't need all these pencils. I've been teaching for a long time and I don't use any of these. So this can go bye-bye. And actually the one pencil that I really use is a 4B. The 4B is the most versatile pencil that you can use. And if you notice that my pencils are sharpened a little weird, it's because I grew up in a third world country where I didn't have a pencil sharpener like kids these days. And I had to sit and sharpen my pencil the old-fashioned way. I wouldn't recommend anybody under the age of 10 doing this, but it's actually very therapeutic for me. I love sharpening my pencils. I'll sit there and just sharpen a whole pile of them, and I love doing that. And I love doing that for my students, and they love to watch it. It's pretty interesting. But this, I sharpen my pencil really long like this because that's how I learned in Korea. But second, I use it as a measuring tool. When I'm doing perspective or if I'm measuring anything, I use it as a measuring scale. So, but the best way to sharpen a pencil is with this utility knife. I've tried with the X-Acto. These hurt. And it's really hard to push on it and get a nice solid balance. And I hate taking the blade off because when you're trying to take the blade off, then you have to actually touch the blade, yada, yada, yada. So that's no good. But I love this utility knife. You can get it at any Home Depot, anywhere really. But I love it that when my blade gets dull, I don't have to touch it. I can take the container, take it right in here, and break it right off. I don't have to touch it. And there's a container, there's an area here where it saves all the blades. So I don't have to do crazy things like, duct taping it to plastic and, paper and stuff like that. So I love these. And there's so many uses for this blade. I always carry one in my portfolio, in my bag. But I love sharpening pencils. And I think this has a better usage of, you get more lead when you're actually sharpening. Because when you sharpen it with a pencil sharpener or a hand crank, you get like that much lead. And when you're shading and drawing, you really can't utilize the sides as much. But this one, you can do really thin lines and also thicker lines. And it helps you be more versatile in your shading or whatnot. And if you have a younger student who's having a hard time gripping or handling their pencil, you want to give them a shorter pencil, because then if they have a longer pencil, it makes it easier for them to actually like grip it in a weird fashion. Like I had a student do this, but if you give them a short pencil, they're forced to grip it. Rely on just 2 fingers. That's all you really need. So when I'm normally sharpening, I would hold it like this and sketch, pretty much drawing anything. And all you have to do is pinch it with your 2 hands like this, and then you have to draw. Sometimes if you need to get in detail, you can go tighter, but most of the time you want to hold it like this so that you have a wider span. You have a wider range, because if you actually put your hand down and draw like this, then your span is shortened. So then you can't draw a big arc or anything like that. But once you have your arm up, not touching the paper, you can use your pinky as a kind of a guide, but you can actually draw much more curves and you can be more free with your lines. And it's a lot more fun too, instead of being stuck drawing an itty bitty little thing. Hi. But I like to doodle. So today it's about the pencil, my pencil, and how to sharpen. Thank you.